Oh, I sound tired. Nyaho, nyaho. ごめんね。遅くなっちゃった。It's already 6 p.m. Yeah. It's Saturday, so we should be playing Stardew Valley, supposedly. でもね。Yeah, nyaho, welcome in. Um, so I went out today with Mama Nyan and Papa Nyan. So, yeah, I was a bit tired. I kind of fall asleep. And then when I look at the time, I'm like, oh my God, you know? So, Stadio Valley, 多分、今日じゃないかな? I wonder if it's like, because like I kind of like have to finish my assignment as soon as possible today. The one that I'm working on, the storytelling one. So I was thinking maybe I might stream Stardew Valley tomorrow instead in the evening. Hopefully, because like tomorrow as well, mamanya was like, Dik, jom dik kita pergi sini. And I'm like, alamak. You know, I'm like, alah. Mamanya want to go out again. So like today we went to watch Kluang Man. Finally. Because like she have been aiming to watch that for a while now. And we got to watch it. It was pretty... It was pretty okay for me, I think. I actually like the story. But it was like unnecessarily long, I feel. It takes 2 hours to finish the movie, and I'm like, well, certain aspect, because like the story is kind of not straightforward, so like it takes a bit while for it to finish. But I actually really like the story. What about tonight? Tonight, okay, so I checked my calendar and I actually kind of have class later at 9:30 to 10:30, and then I'm like, I'm already tired today, so I'm a bit concerned if I'm like my energy is not enough. So yeah, I'm not sure if I could, but let's say I lepas kelas, so I feel like, oh, I don't really feel that tired. Maybe I'll stream, but honestly, I don't know. Honestly, I feel tired today because like tomorrow lagi mamanya najak keluar lagi, and I'm like, you know, yeah. Also, tapi awalnya, hatomi arigatou. How are you guys doing? Hello, hello, John the Duck. Bajiro hatomi arigatou. Yeah, yeah. Hi, hi, yahoo. Cause of the weekend night? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah. Unfortunately for me, the lecture kind of like changed that up. So because like when I check calendar, I like immediately will see like, oh, I have class. Don't overstep when tired, really. Yeah, my bad. Malam tadi stream I miss it. Masuk right when you end. It's fine. Okay, wait. Nene hatomi arigatou. Yuma. Yeah. Hi, hi, nyaho, Power May. Hai Kak Nyan binti Sara. Bukan. Bukan. Bukan anak perempuan Sara. Yeah. Don't overstep when tired. Yeah. It's okay though. Like, if I feel like I can do it, I'll do it. I was like, I wanted, as much as I want to play Stardew Valley, if I play it right now, we only like have an hour, and then like it's gonna be a bit rushed. So I'm like, well, it's not gonna be fun if I'm gonna rush the game right now. Sarah Bintinyan kind of work, yeah, kind of makes sense. Nya, arigato for listening. It's okay, chill, chill, chill. Yeah, for now, let's chill. Maybe we do Stardew Valley tomorrow, or evening or night. Cause man, I don't know. I feel like this is gonna be a pack week. This is gonna be one hack pack week, but I'm okay with that. Can I get a Moe Moe Q? Moe Moe Q? Homyak Sarah. Ah, homyak tu apa pula? Morning, morning. Morning to you. How are you guys doing today? O genki desu ka? O genki desu ka?
Right.
Rosa, arigato! Mama, nyaho, nyaho. I have fully returned from the cold. I'm sorry, I have fully recovered from the cold. Kepala kak mesti sejuk sebab ada lubang masuk angin. Yeah, sure. Oh god, I feel like my brain is not processing very, very well. Demam dah surut tapi masih batuk-batuk. Minumlah cap ibu dan anak. Honestly, I really, really love to drink cap ibu dan anak when I'm like feeling sick. Even though like, if I am demam, tapi I tak sakit tekak, I'd probably drink ubat cap ibu dan anak for the sake of like feeling relief. The way I consume ubat cap ibu dan anak is like I put it with hot water, so I make it kind of like tea. Yeah. Sini panas, menunggu hujan turun tak bila. Itulah panas kan. Tu yang macam cepat letih tau kalau keluar. Personally for me, because I don't really like go out a lot. That's why like if I do go out, I like really, really go out early in the morning before the sun like properly rise. Baru macam rasa macam seronoknya keluar. Tapi kalau dah keluar after the sunrise, I'm macam I'm dead, Cik ibu dan anak tu bukan ubat batik. Ubat batuk. Ya, dia ubat batuk. Dia actually ubat batuk. Tapi selalunya Sarah ni kalau batuk tu confirm demam lah gitu. So that's why usually I'm like the memory of ubat cak ibu dan anak is associated with demam for me. Just drink the whole bottle, that's crazy. You're gonna get overdosed there. Iklan wayang kulit dulu. Ayo, yes, that one. Sore nandayo, sore dayo. If the team I support in this tournament win, I will be okay. I don't know how I feel. Understandable. It's valid. More to herbal medicine, not like ubat batuk clinic. I know it is like that's why like you wouldn't find this at the doctors. But honestly, I don't know if it's some sort of like what do we call that thing? Placebo. I don't know if it's placebo or what, but like if I drink ubat cha ibu dan anak, I feel much better. Thing is, it's like something that my parents would definitely get when like I was sick before this. ちっちゃいの頃時は、なんかママニャンとパパニャンいつも薬を買ってきたから。Sebab Sarah kalau batuk confirm demam. Like sakit tekak is my usual source of sickness. And when I eat ubat cak ibu dan anak, I feel like, oh man, I feel so relieved. Yeah. Aku tengah demam, ramai demam ni. How about ibadah? Dulu. Dulu masa I budak, diorang beli. Tapi bila dah besar ni, macam kalau demam, diorang tak beli ibadah. I don't know why. Maybe they don't believe in ibadah anymore. We need Sara Nyan Discord so we can discuss about stuff. The thing about Discord is I'm very, very rajin nak manage it.
Right.
Sarcasm. Ibadah is bores. Hatomi arigato Ki-chan, yaha. Baru je tertanya time minum tadi, macam mana ibadat ni berfungsi? I don't really understand, but what I know is ibadat is... Wait, you know what? Let's Google it. Let's find out why people buy ibadat. People say ibadat is air buat mandi mayat. Come from badak? No lah. Takkanlah sampai macam tu sekali. Contain kapur. Okay, so why do we put kapur in our drink when we're sick? Kenapa demam minum air badak? Air badak isn't for fever. It isn't. Okay, so according to this, air cap badak mampu menyejukkan badan. Mengapa? Why? Bagi yang langsung tidak tahu mengenai air ini, umumnya ia dikenali sebagai air yang dipercayai, okay guys, dapat mencegah atau mengurangkan penyakit atau keadaan kesihatan seperti ulcer mulut, demam atau sakit gigi. Secara ringkas, air cap kaki tiga ini sebenarnya merupakan jenama buatan sendiri yang dimulakan oleh kumpulan Wenken pada tahun 1937. Alright. Alright. Okay, so basically inside of the water, dalam air badak mengandungi mineral kalsium sulfat iaitu gypsum fibrosum and calcitum. So, apa sebenarnya mineral kalsium sulfat ni? Kegunaan utama mineral ini adalah sebagai plaster dan bahan binaan. So it's basically traditional Chinese medicine. Cooling effect. Chemistry moment. It have cooling effect. Isn't air badak for fever? Naruhodo. So that's why people minum air badak Hi Sarah, hi Alif. So itulah antara sebab-sebab kenapa orang-orang dulu kalau demam beli air badak. Tapi itulah yeah, I don't know. Nowadays if I demam, diorang tak beli pun air badak. I macam okay. But like when I was a kid, kalau demam tu air badak cak ibu dan anak. Because I don't macam it's really hard for me to... I don't like ubat yang macam liquid when I was old, like when I get older. So like everything I prefer pills, like macam just swallow it now. But yeah. Orang mandi guna air kapur. Yeah. Isnin ni jawab exam kimia. All the best. Semoga dapat jawab dengan tenang dan yakin. But does it scientifically proven or just placebo effect? Probably. I don't know. Because, like, like when it comes to Chinese medicine, or like, not Chinese medicine, my bad. If it's like traditional medicine, this is something that was seen to work, right? People see it works on other people, thus creating the placebo effect that it would work for everyone. But everyone's body is different. Thus, it doesn't always work for everyone. So, I don't know if it's placebo or it's just like real. Saya terkejut ada berita calon SPM tahun ni tikam mak cikgu dan abang sendiri sebab tekanan belajar. I saw this news as well to yesterday, was it? I saw about it. So, um yeah, the comments were mixed, because like some of the people say macam tekanan tak kalah sampai macam tu sekali. And as someone who have backgrounds in like psychology in a bit, like I feel like I understand how this happened. And um the pressure, I know it seems kind of like odd for people. People were like, takkanlah sebab SPM je sampai, nak tikam menikam, right? Like, that just doesn't make sense. People back then tak adalah sampai macam tu because people love to compare. See, this is the problem. Comparison hurts and comparison kills. Because if we go deeper to the story of the person who stabs, there is also comparisons and fighting happenings. So, yeah, not everyone is the same. There's no need to compare. I'm not saying what this person do is valid or justified. Stabbing your mom is still wrong. Stabbing anyone in general is wrong. But we have to understand that, there's a factor here. Macam ada punca that this bomb tick, Yeah. Pengaruh media massa, that counts as well. Um there's a lot of things that we have to consider. um but yeah, I think that, you know what is wrong is still wrong, but it also doesn't hurt if we try to take a minute and try to understand how this occurred and how we could have prevented it, in a sense. Yeah. Halo Sara, nyaho, Pat Mat Tempe. We need to know why. Because of the pressure, the tekanan, because this is at least based on what I've seen, and I cannot, like, talk on behalf of anyone, but pressure is a thing. Pressure kills, and what I've heard is the father also, like, just like passed away prior this whole thing happens. So, like, there's too much pressure that pushed this person into, like, doing what he does. Yeah, like, at the end of the day, we can't be the judge of the story or anything, but I don't know, it just feels sad because sometimes I feel like people macam cepat menghukum. People just, like, judge without really understanding the situation. Like, I guess it's also like maybe people like me are also complicating things. I don't know. Um I still know that what he did is wrong, but because, like, knowing the reason why this happened is coming from pressure, uh is also like something that, like, this person is actually not right in the head, basically. This person is sakit, actually. Dibanding kurang kasih sayang, diugut, and lain-lain. Yeah, that's like a lot of things that push him to do what he do. And honestly, if he's in his right, if he's in this right state of mind, he wouldn't be doing it. Tapi itulah, we're Asians. Unfortunately, we're living in Asia, and a lot of people love to condemn, love to judge, love to make things negative, and didn't try to, prevent things that could have been prevented, unfortunately. So, yeah. I don't know. It's sad.
Meow. Right.
Right, happy. Ah, thank you for ice cream. Ice cream. 北の国から美味しさは届けに来た。アイスクリーム、丸い幸せ。よく冷えているよ。ありがとう Thank you for the ice cream. Yeah. そうだよ。そうだよ。Penting. Ubat demam manis kot. Warna pink macam Sarah. Ubat demam apa tu? Oh wait, Panadol. Panadol for children, they make it. Siapa pula drill petang-petang ni? Oh my god. My neighbor. Yeah. そういうことでございます。Ubat demam cair pink. Sometimes I regret interacting with netizen. Don't even bother. Just observe. I do feel like it is sad because see, people have their own opinion. People have their own view on thing, and there are people have their belief, Semua orang ada kepercayaan masing-masing, and kita tak boleh paksa orang percaya apa yang kita percaya. We can't force people to believe what we believe, which is why, when I talk and people disagree with me, I'm like, okay, that's fair, that's valid. You believe and see things differently, and I see things differently, and that's okay. There's no need to I am right, you are wrong, because things can be seen with many perspective. But yeah, so you go to ne. Are you Muslim? I am. Dia tengah buat wiring tu, maybe. The moments I see this, my brain cells repeats cute. Aww. Kawaii.
I never ate Panadol Activest because I'm Form 1. I was only eating the kids' Panadol. That's fair, Wait, tapi isn't I think you still can consume it nowadays.
Yeah. わかんない。
Can I ask? Okay. My go-to Panadol is soluble. Ooh, but soluble is the one that you put in water and then it will dilute in the water, right? And then it will bubbles. That one it's a bit hard to drink for me. I feel like the taste is horrible. But I guess some people like how it feels a bit it feels a bit like I 100 plus. You like it?
Nyahalo, nyahosha.
Kecil-kecil minum 100 plus, kalau sakit esok dah balik. Wah. Yeah, everyone have different medicine, I guess. Can you rate my line? Your line? I go with Aibadat Cap Kaki Tiga when I was little. Yeah, we just read the signs behind it. Apparently, dalam Aibadat tu. Oh shoot, what was it?
what calcite, something like that. They put something that can help with cooling the body, basically inside of air badak. Sebab tu kita kalau demam orang macam minum air badak. There's a hint of sweetness in the soluble. Really? I feel like it tastes bad. What bird is always quiet? What bird is always quiet? どんな鳥がお静かね。
Right.
What bird? Air badak. Aku fikir itu air mineral. Oh, bukan. Bukan. Taklah, air badak is air biasa, tapi dia ada campuran yang dia letak tadi tu. Apa tu? Dia letak calcium dalamnya. Calcium sulfat kontang. Atau batu kalsit. Introvert. Okay. Introvert. Selalu minum teh panas sedap for some reason. Air badak? Also, Ilyas Hatomi, arigato. I want to be taken care of. No bada. My network is 4G, but my heart is for you. Rar. Nyan. Yaho Sara, yaho Ilyas. Kechan tanya tadi air badak. Mana Kechan? I'm terrible? No. That was fine. That line works, you know, if you want to risk someone, that kind of works, but not to me though, unfortunately. Yeah, Hikari, yahoo! How was my day? I had a long day today. I went out at 10 and then I got home by 4 dan nak dekat 5 macam tu. Yeah, mamanya dan papanya brought me out, go watch Kluang Men. Yeah, that's what I'm doing today. And then walk around a lot and I am tired. I should be playing Stardew Valley. Saga touching too much grass today. The sun is so hot. What kind of chicha that are dangerous? Chicha men. I don't know what chicha. How was it, the Kluang Men movie? I actually really like the story, you know, like it's I guess it's just maybe me, but I feel like the story is deep, you know. So Kluang Men, spoilers alert, I guess. So Kluang Men is actually someone who is apa nak cakap bahasa Inggerisnya. Dia menghidap skizofrenia. Kluang Men is diagnosed with schizophrenia basically. So like, you know, when it comes to psychology, I'm hooked. I'm invested. I'm sold. I'm like, so wait a minute. Kluang Men is a mental illness patient? Say no more. I'm invested. I'm hooked. That's the law of Kluang Men Saga. That's it. Like I didn't know too. I asked my dad, you know, I was like, Papa Nyan, he was actually a mentally ill person, and he's like, yeah. I was like, what? So bro was tweaking. Okay, but like there's more. I don't know if this is part of the lore in the cartoon, but apparently I maybe ni tambahan ko. I don't know lah kalau it's part of the cartoon, but spoilers alert as well. To anyone who might want to watch Kluang Men for real. The thing is, like Kluang Men, before he, you know, the reason why he becomes schizophrenic is because he was shot in the head a bit. Like there's a part of his head that got shot, so means the wiring in the brain have altered, which means like he's not born schizophrenic. You know, the schizophrenia happened because of the shot. And in a sense, before like his line of work is kind of like it's kind of like a bit like he's an agent of some sort before this. So like actually Kluangman is actually strong, but then he got shot and that caused him to be mentally unwell and he is schizophrenic. So he hear noises in his brain. Like there's voices in his brain that says this and that and stuff. But like I don't think that's part of the cartoon. Maybe that's just too much. That's just part of the movie, I guess. Basically something traumatic, the nerve system itself is messed. Yeah, and there's like although I gotta say that Klongman gotta really like help. They need flash warning because like oh my god the flashes the amount of flashes that was flashed. I was flashbang a lot. I was like oh my god my eyes help. So it's like John Wick in costume. He is basically like John Wick. Like he is fit. He used to be like in some like fighting um what do we say like Kluang Man. Basically the story that I watch, at least I don't know lah kalau yang it's related at all with the cartoon. Tapi yeah, that guy was actually OP lah basically sebab dia before dia kena tembak sebelum dia jadi mentally ill tu pun dia memang dah berlawan, like he is used and accustomed in like battles and stuff like that. Man was actually like a Chad. Somewhat like an agent of Mata. You could say like that. You can say it like that. But yeah. But like there's more to the story lah. I don't really want to spoil all of it. So like if you're interested, go and watch it. James Bond of Malaysia in a costume. And unfortunately, yeah, there's like this line dia cakap lah, Keluang man, kau ingat kau hero, kau tu orang gila dalam kostum je. And in a sense, it's kind of true because he is schizophrenic and then like he's wearing the costume and like sometimes there are just time when things seems made up too. So yeah. If Borhan is not the first Klong man, I'm not sure. Good version of Joker, I guess, in a sense. But yeah, it was pretty fun. I'm like, bro. I think like I am biased maybe because I feel like if um there's I don't know, because in a way I feel like it shed lights into the mind of mentally ill person. And sometimes when you see like why they become aggressive, like why people who suffer with mental health looks aggressive, looks scary. They're not really really scary actually, and it's just that they're going through stuff that they can't really like express, and people from the outside only see the outcome. People only see the violent side, but like the inside, yeah, it's really hard too. Like mental health is like a very hard topic to be talking in, because like not a lot of people understand it. Macam some people say dia ni buat-buat je, or maybe macam ni jin ni. Or like yeah, there's like a lot of stuff. And I don't deny, I tak deny pun yang sebenarnya kadang-kadang orang yang sakit mental ni dia ada juga kait dengan jin lah. Memang there's the truth in it too, but like people also have to like know there's also like actual scientific aspect in this, because come on, the first psychiatric doctor is Al-Razi, literally, like in the golden age of Islam. I feel like, bro, people need to like learn more, honestly. I don't know. I'm just like, when it comes to mental health, I feel like people, please open your eyes. Understand. I'm really hungry. Go ahead and eat. Sort of abstract that not everyone aware of. It is very hard to explain to. So yeah, I don't really like, I don't really expect a lot of people to understand, but I hope that like at least a bit of awareness, understanding, and like less judgment. People just love to judge without understanding nowadays, and it's so sad. As mental health alone not interested, the way people process things got hella interesting. Yeah, that's, I guess, like maybe, like um how does like one brains become the way it is quite interesting maybe to some people. Hi Sarah, hi Beruang. Joker and Batman combined. Yeah, you know what? Funnily enough, I think, yeah. I feel like Kluangman is joke. He like Kluangman is a Joker, but he become Batman. Can you be the hallucination of my Kluangman? What the heck? Would be cool if there's a reboot of Chichat Man since Kluangman has a cinematography. Yeah, it's, I don't know. I feel like Malaysia film industry is getting better and better nowadays. Yeah, hello, yahoo. Easy. But yeah, tanoshikatta yo. I had a lot of fun today, but I am a bit tired too, so that's why we're not playing Stardew Valley right now. Mabir. Having mental illness is not fun. Of course, it's an illness. Penyakit. Mana ada penyakitnya serono? It's bad but interesting for some reason. Well, it might be interesting for people who are into, like diving into people's mind or like psychology. Keluang main hampir tak keluar yang sebab hampir tampang. Especially the ID ones, that what I found is just interesting. Oh, okay. Dissociative identity disorder. Rate my Riz. I think of that one on the spot, bruh. Can you be the Kluang? Wait, what? Can you be the hallucination to my Kluang man? What? How do I even rate this? Because, like some people think um like that kind of mental health condition is something that people made up. Like, as example, dissociative identity disorder, like there's no way your brain can suddenly be like a different person in one body. And like also sometimes media representation of it is also bad. I'm like, okay, don't just show people. I don't know, it's kind of sad because I feel like a lot of media portrays like people with mental health condition is violence. Not
Yeah, right.
all, of course, not all, but yeah. Miyazaki, Hatomi, arigato. Hola, hola, Naufal. Orang Malaysia, yeah. Sarah dari Malaysia. It was so dumb I chuckle on my own. Ah, it's fine. Mental health topics? Yeah, so I was watching Kluang Man today, the movie. So it have something related to mental health, and that's why we are talking about it right now. The ID ones are sad as well because people say they're probably acting and stuff like that. Exactly, because people don't understand the science of it, like how the brain try to cope. It's a coping mechanism, and yeah. Sarah, where you get those? Where do I get what? Kluang man, let's go. Yeah, let's go, then. Let's go. Mental health chuckle. Never heard of that. Oops. Yeah. Your your melodious voice. Do I sound melodious? Melodious? I feel like I sound tired. なんか疲れてるんじゃないのか私の声は。Sometimes I feel like if my voice sound tired, it might feel like off-putting かな。なんかこういう感じの声だとしたらさ、なんかみんな、ああ、サラは疲れてるね、疲れてるねって、なんか悪いに気がするかもしれないと思いますけどね。I feel like I'm concerned, like, oh, what if you guys like, oh my god, Sarah, are you tired? And then you guys will feel bad or something. Like, I don't want that. Like, I choose to stream. I'm happy when I stream, even though I'm like tired. めっちゃ疲れてる、なんか、めっちゃ疲れてるんですけど、でも嬉しいよ。配信するとき。めっちゃ嬉しい。I'm very happy when I stream, even though I'm so tired. Your voice an instrument. Play well sounds good. Play bad well, no difference. What? Really now?
本当なのかな？
大丈夫だよ。Be tired if tired.
だよだよ。
The streamers are genuine support is heavy into therapy. Like this stream hook time to time. Not gonna lie. Ah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do know I have knowledge, but like I feel like I might not be able to really like dive deep into um the proper health psychology, because goodness, it's very it fills with darkness, honestly. When it comes to like mental health, there's definitely going to be a lot of darkness, because like it is related to trauma, related to bad events and stuff. um yeah, so that's why I lean towards like psychology, but in education, you know, things that is more. I feel like I could digest it a little bit more better instead of like health psychology, because like health psychology is, like for people who are really, really strong hearted. I am not strong hearted. I easily crumble when it comes to feelings. It's my first time of a stream. Never knew it was this fun. It depends. Sometimes I feel like some people prefer like talking kind of stream, and then sometimes when I play games, people are like, "Oh, she's not talking," you know. It really depends. Yeah. So like if you're not in, like maybe if you want to still catch up sometimes and you don't feel like watching the whole stream, you can always check out my YouTube channel. Dayo, go subscribe now. Every game that I play, someone flinched and blurted out. I just stop and dissect that. Do you mean? What do you mean? Sorry, my English is broken. No, 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 no. I encourage you to use English if you want to, like, um, if you want to improve your language, go on. Even if you feel like what you type is wrong, just type, You'll never know. You'll never know. Keep trying. Very rarely you find someone with a mental illness without suffering from past trauma. Uh, there actually, it's not really that rare, actually, Matthias. If you think about it, people with autism and ADHD, they're born with it. So yeah, that is people that go through mental illness without trauma per se. Um, so like people who might have ADHD, Down syndrome, or like autism, usually this happened during birth. In a sense, there is a trauma that happened prior birth, like maybe during the pregnancy the mom is not taking the right nutrients, which caused the brain chemistry to just become messy and stuff. Or like maybe the mom is going through depression when she is you know um in a pregnancy too. Like there's a lot of factors that caused people born with ADHD and autism. So yeah, there's a lot of factors to mental health. But that's why I like when it comes to like mental health. In the end of the day, I go to like the education route. I don't know how do I say it, route, ROUTE, because like it's the
very very early stages of life, because like if it's already like at the, for me lah, personally, I feel like that is a very heavy responsibility to take care of a patient once like they are like past the childhood age. It means like the trauma is very very strong. Sarah, are you going to any anime convention this year? Okay, unfortunately I don't go to anime conventions. Yeah. Bye, bye bye. Gerak lupa proje, bye bye. We're going down a rabbit hole today. Yeah. I love talking about this, to be fair. During college, my gaming session was more into, okay, what can I get from this? So like if you play a game, you were like looking for something that you can gain from this from the game story or something like that. I'm that someone who's not up to date. Like I don't even know Malaysian celebrity. Fair enough. Me too. I don't really, I don't really like keep things up to date. But sometimes I feel a bit guilty of that, because I feel like it's sort of selfish of me to not always be aware of things, but at the same time I also like feel things too intensely, which kind of breaks myself. Like, you know, when I see things, I'm like, I just become to like, what if this happened to me? What if, and like I know it's very unnecessary thoughts of process, but it just come naturally to me, unfortunately. Like as example, the very latest news, like the oopsie students, and I'm like, goodness gracious, like, man, you know, it breaks your heart when you just like listen to the stories of the people that tells like how it happened, what happened during the accident, and I'm like, I would cry. I'm too sentimental, like, um things that I don't have to think, I think. Yeah, which is also something that I have to learn to manage myself. So, did you learn Japanese yourself or during college? I learned it by myself.
自分で勉強してたんだよ。まあでも、ね、なんか日本語はまだいろいろのことが勉強必要らしい。
I feel like I still need to learn a lot more when it comes to Japanese. Like the way I talk, if a Japanese spot me, a Japanese would be surprised. At first, the Japanese would be like, "Oh, you can speak Japanese? That's amazing!" But then, like, the more they talk to me, they realize, hold on a second, you're not Japanese. The way you talk is なんか喋り方とかそういう感じね。なんか、あ、待って、これってさ、これ日本人じゃない、絶対に。Because like my like language, when it comes to Japanese, the structuring of my word is kind of like jumbled. As much as I know how to like respond in like certain social situation, when it comes to like properly articulating my words in Japanese, it's just jumbled because like my sequencings or my sentencing is kind of like everywhere. People reactions or rather why they did that. Mental note on backstory. Ah, backstory. Like you want to understand why things happen. Hongo, watashi wa nyan nyan. それ何なんだよ? What is that? Yeah, そうですね。そうですね。It's funny how people thought we can speak their language when we only copied their accent. When we only copied their accent? Do you mean? What do you mean? It's like, as example, I've been watching this VTuber. Her name is Michi Mochi V, and then she have a friend named Numi. So I feel like Numi was Canadian or something, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot. Wait, or is she like American? And then Michi, she's an Indonesian. So like, even though we can speak rather fluently in English, doesn't mean we grasp the language fully. Sometimes we say things and we're like, okay, how do I explain this in this language? たまにね、そんなこともある。なんか、どんな言葉使うかどうかわかんないね。I don't know what words I can use to like express this, explain this. Yeah.
I feel like even in Malay itself, yeah, I kind of like have things that I feel like, how do I say this? Hey, what's up, Nyaho? Welcome in, Reza. I try to copy every accent I heard. I can copy Scottish accent very well, and it's funny. Oh, totally get it. For example, DBH is Android. Wait, what is DBH? Is Android based, but their actions are human, so make sense of that at second person. What is DBH though? I am processing. Detroit becomes human. Oh, Connor! But their actions are human. It goes well in brain, but a whole different come out of mouth. それだからね、なんか書くこと方がいいだと思います。That's why sometimes I feel like writing it down looks way better than saying it out loud sometimes. I think like basically, oh, you know what? I have always never know how to like pronounce your username. Like AUKF. Ow, 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 ow. I'm like, I feel like you like to search things with deep meaning. You know, you don't really like things that are shallow, maybe, or am I wrong? I don't know. I am just making assumption, and my assumption can be wrong. I don't know why my FYP full with food because you engage with food post. You know, because FYP is based on your algorithm. Thus, the more food posts you like and pause to watch, the more it will appear in your FYP. That's how it works. Why did I read food as hood? My FYP is full of Elmo. Elmo! Elmo is cute. Sesame Street. Cookie Monster. Auk. Auk. Auk would suffice. Basically, yes, shallow doesn't interest me nowadays. Understandable. Yeah, I understand that. So, my brain is also so weird. I read things that's not there, and when I glance back, it's different. Maybe it's like your brain is perceiving things, you like assuming it was this word because you see certain letters, but then you read again, and then you're like, oh, hold on a second. The sad thing is, if shows doesn't have good writing, drop. No, I think that's fair. Like, why waste your time watching things that doesn't like pique your interest at all? Yeah, I guess I'm a big bag. Hello, Tio. Nyaho, nyaho. Welcome in. I read too fast. Yeah. Gotta take your time, Take your time, take your time. No need to rush, no need to rush, Tayo. My FYP is a disaster. My FYP is a mix of cats, video, news, food. Yeah. I like drawing. That's cool. Artistic. I can't I know like everyone can draw, but like how well can you draw is a different story, right? Yeah. Sometimes though, I feel like, um I don't know, like people listen to me talking, but like I do concern sometimes, like, you know, if I say things and like things might sound a bit way too complicated that it gets frustrating. And I feel like, I have been on the other side of the screen because I do like watch streams as well. And I feel like the streamer that I watch, Michi, she does talk about like mental health a lot because like she goes to therapies, right? And then like sometimes when I hear her talk, I'm like, Goodness gracious. It feels like when I'm trying to explain myself. Because like I feel like sometimes when I explain things, when it comes to me, like when it comes personally from Mila, usually if I say things that I know like for a fact, or like it is based on my knowledge, I feel like I can like explain it well to this, to the stream basically. But like if I'm trying to say anything that I personally feel, I feel like it's going to be so messy, and like people might be like, Sarah, what are you trying to say at the end of the day? And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you have to sit through that and like try to comprehend what I'm trying to tell. You're Malay, yeah. I am Malaysian. I am Malay. Hey, Han. Don't make that jokes. Dami da yo. I don't know. I feel like it's a sensitive thing, but I kind of get it. At the end of the day, it's nighttime, so sleep. Fair. Put fries in the bag, Sarah. What's your opinion on Transformers? Mama Nyan really love Transformers. That's my first thing that come in my mind. You know, if you ask me about Transformers, the first thing I think about is my own Mama Nyan, my mother. She really, really loves to watch it back in the days. And then, you know, today we kind of figured, like, tadi I makan lunch kan? Masa makan lunch tadi. When I was eating lunch, she was like saying, you know, I just realized that if a story is slow, I kind of like lose interest. But if it have actions, you know, if things like gempa, wow, I'm awake, you know. If things are slow, I sleep. If things become epic, I'm awake, baby. Like that. And I'm like, oh, she need like a lot of like mental stimulation to get hooked into something. So that's why I think like Transformers really hooked her, because the story is always like, you know, full of actions in a sense. Optimum Pride.
にゃっほー、フォローしてくれてありがとう。
Tomorrow my family brings me to a picnic. That's nice. Happy weekends, everyone. Mama Nyan Transformers enjoy you? Heck yeah, she watched all of them, and I'm like, wow, the dedication. The dedication. Boom! Talk again. Boom again. Bigger boom. She just love it. Okay, so it's a hot take, but yeah, so today, because like I brought Mama Nyan to watch Ejin Ali the first day it dropped out. And then, you know, she wasn't expecting Ejin Ali to be super hype. You know, like she was like, oh, gempa, oh, situ Ejin Ali. You know, she said that to me. And I'm like, okay. And then we baru habis tengok cerita Keluang Men tadi kan. Dia cakap, oh, I feel like Ejin Ali lagi best. And I'm like, mother! I can't believe you just say that. Mamanya legit say that. We kind of like watch Keluang Men in a sense because like Papanya was excited when he saw the ads. He was like, hey, Keluang Men is making a movie. And then like Mamanya was like, you know what, let's go watch it, you know, for Papanya. And I'm like, okay. And then Mamanya was like, I feel like Agent Ali lagi best. I was like, don't say that. Because like, you know, I feel like there's also like a sense of nostalgia for like Papanyan when it comes to like Keluang Men kan, sebab dia tengok cerita tu, the, you know, like the animation as a kid. And then for me like Agent Ali is definitely my era when I was like growing up to like this, you know, current stage. And then dia macam ni lah, mamanya was like, alah dik, kan dah besar, kenapa tengok cerita Agent Ali lagi? And I'm like, girl, you don't understand, Agent Ali is not childish, okay? There's deep lore in it. There's 3 seasons and 1 movie. Just watch it, okay? And then she's like, oh my god, that was actually amazing. Mamanya was like, Agent Ali is amazing. But like, I mean, when I watched Keluang Men, the movie just now, I actually really, really like got invested with the story. Like, you know, I feel like it's actually good. But in a sense, there's like a bit of things that might not need to be complicated. Because, like, the movie is 2 hours long. So I think, like, there's some things that are dragged. But at the end of the day, I feel like Kluang Man is very. Um, I really like the psychological aspect of it. Like, oh my god, I really love that they are putting this in the story, because like you cannot find this in any other story. So yeah, I mean, all stories definitely have its like pros and cons, and I enjoy both of it. Okay, I enjoy both of it. So damn. I've never been interested in Transformer when one friend made me hook about it. I've never been interested. Wait, so are you hooked into it, or like prior to your friend, you were not interested in Transformers? How about Oninyan? What does he like? Okay, Oninyan is Fast Furious. Anything cars related? Heck yeah, Oninyan goes all the way if it's like car related. Guys, do you guys like the lore of a story more, or simply the actions and stuff, or maybe the story? Okay. Generally for me, I like the story. I feel like actions and stuff are just kind of like oomph, It just like um it's kind of like a bonus, but I don't feel like the actions is something that I seek as much. But like I feel so, apparently, so for Mama Nyan, she seek for the actions. That's why she's like the movie that she watched. Okay, Mama Nyan, she wanted to watch Blood Brothers. She wanted to watch Mission Impossible. All of the stories have action elements at the fighting scenes, and I'm like, I was even saying, Ma, cerita Blood Brothers ni ganas betul lah, Ma. And then my mom macam, barulah mencabar. I was like, what? Because I'm a bit like a soft-hearted person. So I'm like, the language that they use in Blood Brothers kind of like throw me off. I'm like, eh, ganasnya, like the words they use is not like something that I'm comfortable with. And then my mom macam, barulah mencabar. And I was like, mother. So I feel like it's very interesting to see how also like each person have their own taste and preferences. So yeah, I do prefer lore and like understanding the story, understanding the what is the because, understanding the why. Yeah, I am the complex person. Like I want to understand the why. Which is why slow movie like Dead Poet Society, I love those. I love if I don't know, maybe if I ajak Mama Nyan to watch Dead Poet Society, she's gonna be like yawn. She's gonna sleep. I don't know if any of you guys know Dead Poet Society, but yeah. Am I even saying the name right? Dead Poet Society? Because like if a movie is slow but full with like, yeah, Dead Poet Society, if the movie is slow, I'm chill. I'm okay with that. And like if it have meaningful and impactful message in it, I'm like absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. Even though there is no fighting scene, I'm like absolute cinema if the story is like so deep. Yeah. I wasn't back then, but then a friend made me hooked about it. So you're hooked into Transformers now. I was more of Kamen Rider and Ultraman fan. Yeah. Papa Nyan also liked to watch Ultraman back then. He even know which Ultraman is which by looking at the mask, and I was like, that's cool. I can't understand that. If you were to ask me, every movie that involves a backstory, I watch. Yeah, Blood Brothers. Yeah, Blood Brothers. I love genre about robots, planet colonization, history, and colonization. Do you watch romance? Here's the thing though. I don't like watching romance. Yeah. No matter, okay, there's also like a certain aspect of like what kind of romance are we talking about? If the romance is very very emotional intelligence, maybe I might watch it. You know, if it's very like it's I don't like watching romance that is drama centered, you know, like hurting each other and stuff like that. I'm like, nah, you know. But like if it's a romance movie, also like the cheesy romance, oh, I can't, you know, like if it's like I can't find an example. I because like I don't really watch romance movie too, or like anything romance. Um, yeah, I can't think of one, but it's not that I reject romance 100%, you know, like sometimes if there sometimes there's like action stories. Oh, okay. Any of you guys know Three Idiots? It's the Hindustan movie. So like in that movie there is like romance aspect, and I'm like I'm not against the romance aspect. I'm like I need the story to have uh like this, like in Three Idiots, the message is about like how education is like a pressure cooker, which is not going to help with creativity, and like you know the side of it is romance, and I'm like I'm fine with that, you know. I feel like I'm rooting for their romance story, like part. But like if it's solely the romance movie, and then it's like I don't know, is Twilight a romance movie? I don't know. If it's like centered to their love story, I kind of like, maybe not. If it's emotionally intelligence, though, I'm like, heck yeah. But yeah, Punisher have action. I won't deny that that moment there, Devil Mululawan value. I was hooked. Naruhodo Punisher. Sarah being a mother to her mother. I like psychological horror and some gore movie. And the new Final Destination a bit cliche ending. I don't know about Final Destination because like I only watched the Olivia one. Is it the 5? Is it Final Destination 5? I think that one is the 5. Watching romance just destroy me inside. Romance plus bad ending? Exactly. That's why I'm like, nah, nah. What about Hyoka? Hyoka ne, it's like mystery, right? I actually I feel like I watched Hyoka, but I don't really like actually understand what was going on. I just remember that girl with the purple eye. She was like kininaru, kininaru. She was like, I'm curious, I'm curious. Romance as subgenre, yeah, romance as subgenre is fine. Hyoka, どうかな? I don't really have a strong opinion about it, and like I feel like I don't know if I was in the right headspace when I was watching that anime that time, because like I don't really remember much, honestly. But yeah, I never really like to watch romance anyways, so mm-hmm. A little romance here and there is fine. Yeah, because like I feel like it's a natural part of life. I don't deny it, but like watching just romance, I feel like nah, maybe not. Once again, not a fan of Hyuga, so hard to find a fan. Aww. But Hyuga, what was it? Chitanda is cute. Anyways, yeah, it's already 70 minute guys. Dan azan dah ni. So take care of yourself. Um, I don't promise a stream. I don't promise Stardew Valley stream. But if it happen, it will happen. If it didn't happen, I might stream me making doing my assignment on my alt account. But there's nothing much interesting. I'm just going to read my article papers basically. So if you want to join that, it's on my alternative account, SARAWRNYAN. RAR Nyan, yeah, RAWR. And yeah, but it wasn't going to be anything interesting. I'm just going to like read off papers and just type a lot. It's either Stardew Valley or assignment, and let's see who wins. Hi,
バイバイ。おつにゃん。来てくれてありがとう。Take care, take care. バイバイ。